Everyone. Welcome to Anmol Astrology channel. Now today's video is about an update from 20th of November till 1st of December. Okay, so I'll just quickly share my screen. So since this is an update video, it is not a particular transit video. That's why we do not have a Muhurata chart, right? We are going to start with an Aries ascendant, but before starting, I'm going to mention some points. So here, Jupiter, a retrograde Jupiter, is aspecting Ketu from its fifth aspect. Mars is aspecting Saturn from its eighth aspect, and this Mars is debilitated. Remember that. Then we also have Rahu aspecting with its ninth aspect on Mercury and with its fifth aspect on Mars, and both are in water signs. Remember that it's like a planet which is action oriented that is in the sign of water. It lacks appropriate actions on it. It is creating frustration because it's a fiery sign and it is in the water. The fire is gone here. Then we have Mercury that is in the sign of Scorpio. It is going to talk a lot about deception, deceptive communications, and fear out of communications. This is also conjunct Sun. Previously, Sun was also debilitated in the seventh house for Aries individual, but now it is in the sign of Scorpio. It is also receiving the ninth aspect of Rahu. Then Saturn is giving its 10th aspect over Sun and Mercury. Those are in the sign of Scorpio. So the conclusion of all of these planets, first of all, I would say that planets are not at their best situation right now. It's only Saturn that has gone direct in its Mool Trikon sign, which is going to help it, right? And rest of the planets are playing one or the other. Negativity or negative alignments are there so as to, go for it, go for the coming time period. So the next 10 days, and even I would say that the month of November would not have been the best for most of the individuals. Of course, it is very much dependent on how your planetary placements are and how what your planets are placed basically in your chart, and if these transits are affecting you at a in a certain way or not. But if we consider, this is a very important factor, that debilitated Mars and Sun and Mercury conjunction in the sign of Scorpio are receiving the aspects of Rahu. It's like amplifying the negative situations. So during these 10 days or during the month of November, you must have experienced a lot of traumatic experiences when it's about one's emotions and lack of appropriate actions. So there could have also been deceptive communication and deceptive actions in your life. It could be from, your family, it could be from your partner, it could be from your spouse, it could be from your children. So it can be howsoever, but this particularly shows that there's an amplification of negative situations, right? So that is there. So let's start with the the ascendant or the zodiac sign. So before starting that, let me tell you people that you first have to look towards these predictions based on your ascendant sign, and then you can also refer to through your moon sign. Both are going to play out. Like the ascendant one is more important, the moon one is not that important as ascendant. So the priority will be the ascendant and the secondary will be the moon. Although there's only a little bit of priority difference between both of them. Okay, so refer to both signs, right? So for an in Aries individual, Jupiter is in the in the second house, and yes, it is also aspecting Mercury and Sun conjunction. So there's the aspect of Jupiter, the seventh aspect of Jupiter, and the ninth aspect of Rahu. So there's a lot of expansion, a lot of explosion. So because Jupiter is about expansion and Rahu is about explosion. So first thing you would see is that there is going to be a major transformation in your emotional state, right? You are going to, experience a very transformative event in your life that could be associated either with your personal space, with your heart space, or it is going to be related to something which will happen within your family, within your home. That is going to affect you so deeply that you're going to remember about it, and something related to strategic thinking is going to help you get out of that situation. There could also be some sort of division within your inheritance, or you have to deal with secret money or secrecy, right? This also shows that, for this time period, you have to go out of the box. You have to think out of the box so as to gain out of the situation. But since your ascendant lord goes into the fourth house and that is debilitated, you will have so many ideas on your mind, but you will feel it very hard to actually make them play into action. Somehow, circumstantially, your hands will be bound to take action towards it. That's why there's going to be a build up frustration that you're going to experience. Okay, so this is a time period for you to sit back, relax, and just calm yourself down. There's a lot of obsession, there's a lot of overthinking that I see within your mind. So as to, indulge with this overthinking, or so as to get it done, dive deeper into knowledge. That is your cue to get out of this situation. Since there we know that you are not able to act the way you want to, this is the best time for you to relax and get yourself into deep knowledge. Do some research. You're feeling uneasy about things, go and see meditative videos, spiritual videos, and calm yourself down. Trust me, just let this time pass, and this is going to give you good effects, good transformation within yourself. And meditation and learning is definitely going to help you. Try not to indulge into any sort of investments and shares specifically, because this particular, investment into shares or speculation can lead to a very big lesson that is going to come around for you. Okay, there can be some, lack of similar opinion or some sort of arguments with your children, right? They will try to dominate the situation. They will try to dominate the communication with you. So be careful as to how to handle it. And it would be very much suggested for you people for now to go for a travel. Just relax your mind, go for a travel, and start again, like a refresh start. Okay, now next is the sign of Taurus. So for Taurus individuals, you have Jupiter in the ascendant and you have Sun and Mercury in the seventh house. So a lot is happening when it's about your relationships or your partnerships. You will feel at an absolute, rigidity. You will feel that I know everything, and even your partner is going to feel like I know everything. So there's a sort of tug of war that I see happening between you and your partner, and you will feel very, up in the air in your own land, whereas your partner is going to feel that there is lack of actions from your end, because of which they will feel very distant and they will start commanding the situation. They will start taking the situation in a very, very negative way. So this is a time for you to get, a little down from that throne right now and be more open to discussion without getting your self-esteem affected. Because I do feel, because of the Sun and Mercury in the seventh house, you're feeling very explosive with your ego, with your self-esteem. And that is the reason why your relationships are not getting on the good track right now. And on the other hand, if we talk about one's profession, I feel somehow your mind is making you feel clueless about, your intelligence is not right now working with you. You know why? Because right now you are intuitively high. So try to take your decisions which are more based on intuition, right? Because definitely you are bound to gain a lot of things when it's about career, but it will take into 100, hard work. The amount of hard work that you might have done previously, that is going to multiply into 100 now. Only if you are able to multiply that into 100, only if you are able to work that hard, it is going to give you good results. But right now is a very, very important time for you to stabilize your career. So more focus is going to be on your career, and the relationships are a little bit on sideline right now. You need to, move your actions towards career and be a little calmer towards your relationships. Otherwise, you will end up losing your relationships. And somehow I do feel that right now you are also in that attitude that let it happen, let anything happen, I don't care. you know this, there is Jupiter in your ascendant, definitely, but since it has gone retrograde, there is some sort of uneasiness within you. There is some sort of feeling of feeling very deceptive, like you are feeling that you have been deceived because of your partnerships, because of your relationships. So for now you just want to enjoy the time. You just want to have enjoyable experiences of luxury and pleasure. And the moment you will not be able to enjoy that with the partner, you will choose your self path. You will choose your alone path to go to, that direction. And somehow I do feel there can be negative influences from the friend circle, which can also lead to this situation. So my suggestion would be only to just be open to and positive to the changes which are happening around you. Do not let some things which are unimportant to you just sit back yourself and think what is your priority. Because Taurus people always work on priorities. They know what their priorities are. So sit back, realize what your priorities are, and don't let temporary things affect the permanent relationships in your life. Okay. Now, the next one would be the sign of Gemini. So, for Gemini individuals, retrograde Jupiter is in the 12th house. Your ascendant lord is going into the 6th house, and you also have Sun. Then you have debilitated Mars in the 2nd house, Venus and Purva Shar in the 7th, Rahu in the 10th, Saturn in the 9th. You will feel that your luck is a kind of slowed down. Whenever there's a transit of Saturn in the 9th house, what happens is that you get lessons of lifetime. Since it is the domain of Sagittarius, you would love to aim on things. You would love to set up your goals, but you would feel that there's something which is pulling you back from your goals. You're trying to go towards it, but something is just pulling you back. And I also think that Gemini individuals are wanting to travel. They want to travel. That could be a permanent shift of residence, or that could be a simple, travel for work or travel for leisure. But something is holding you down right now. There have been retrogradations, and the transit has been for a longer time. But definitely there would be a time when you will be able to travel, or if you are waiting for some visa, you'll be able to get it. But along with that, you do have some prarabdha karma to pay off. So that's why there are delays, there are negative situations in life right now, which are turning you negative, because they want to transform you. They want to transform your understanding and your communication. You, of course, Gemini people have been the communicative ones, but right now you are forced to be into that secretive zone. because your communication can actually lead you into conflicts. So that's something you need to take care of. Right now, also, if we talk about relationships, you might feel that there's an urge of, diving into relationships, like jumping into relationships, right? So just be careful of that situation. Do not try to jump in, because there's a Rashi Parivartan Yoga also within Venus and Jupiter, and between your seventh and your 12th lord, there could be loss of love, there could be loss of partnership. That is going to actually be there because you might not think before you get into a relationship, and when once you get into it, you will feel that this was not actually the right choice, and now I need to get out of it. So that could be a situation, that could even be into your business partnership. So just be careful, just be a little patient, choose wisely, choose your things wisely. And also, because of this Ketu in the fourth house and Mars in the second house, I do feel that there can be a situation of, unnecessary fight, verbal fight within your home. Your mind is right now not at peace at all. That could be because of health, or that could be because of the home environment, right? So just take your time off and retrospect yourself by the way of spirituality, or just go to a very spiritual place to relax yourself. I'm telling you, that is going to help you a lot, right? And also, you can dive into your career, because Rahu is in the 10th house right now. You will want to obsess over your career, and somehow that is going to help you with all the distortment that is happening in the fourth house. That is going to take you away from that, warlike situation within the home. So indulge into your career, try to travel, try to spiritually connect yourself, so as to get through this time. Right? Now, the sign of Cancer. So, for Cancer individuals, there is a debilitated Mars in ascendant. I think it has been so long. I've been telling everyone that Mars debilitated, a simplest line that you can add with the debilitation of Mars as a prediction could be that there's a ball of fire, and you put that in water, the fire is all gone. It's just the ball, the thandi ball, right? And it's the water, right? It doesn't let the fire to ignite. So that's why Mars is the planet of actions. It's humanitarian, right? It wants to act, it wants to provide. This water takes it deep into emotions. That's why it finds it very difficult to actually act upon everything. All the frustration, all the fierceness just goes within that particular ball, or within you. You are unable to take that out. You are unable to ignite that, right? So that's why this placement of Mars can feel very frustrative to an individual. Along with that, in the fifth house also, you have water dominance, you have Sun and Mercury, and that is being aspected by Rahu and, Jupiter. One thing I would say, do not indulge into any important things in your life. Do not take any important decisions of your life, right? Because those decisions can actually lead to terrible outcomes, which right now you might feel that, yes, because of the anger, because of the fierce nature of Mars, because what happens when Mars is in the sign of Cancer, a person, when they get angry, they burst into tears. So, or they break things, and in that situation, you might take certain actions because of the intelligence, because of that corrupted intelligence of Sun and Mercury there, right? So those can will not turn out to be good for you. And also, you have Rahu in the sign of Pisces in the ninth house, right? This can lead to a negative outcome. So right now, your time is to actually be manipulative rather than fierce and action oriented. Your duty is to sit back, observe, and then act when the time is right. So that's what is suggested here. If we talk about relationships, they are a big no right now. If you're not in a relationship, Be happy about it, because otherwise it would have been a conflicted one. Right now, I think you should be in a relationship with your finances and with your growth, with your financial growth. So just work towards that direction. That is going to help you have peace, right? And if you are already in a relationship, just calm yourself down. Stop being so controlling, because your partner would not like it, and that would shut them down emotionally. You might not even realize it right now, but when you actually put yourself in their foot, you would realize that your reactions and your frustration is actually shutting them down right now. Okay, so this is something you need to take care of, and also be very careful of your friend circle. You can interact with people who are your enemies. You know, your social circle or your friends can turn out to be your enemies, and you'll have to fight with them for that situation. So be careful of who you choose as your, as your friend. And always remember, Jupiter coming into some house, it doesn't necessarily means it is going to be all hunky-dory in that house. Jupiter gives you lessons, and so as to receive lessons, first you have to face some problem. You have to face the downfall so as to go up. That's what Jupiter does. Right? So Jupiter is going to bring in a lot of responsibility regarding your gains in the society and your friend circle. Okay? So be careful with that. Now, the sign of Leo. So for Leo individuals, there's Ketu in the second house, Rahu in the eighth house, Mars, debilitated Mars in the 12th house. You know what? When I see Mars in the 12th house originally, and when I see debilitation, I know this person has been keeping a lot to themselves. They have been, actually suppressing their emotions a lot. They have been, taking everything, all the traumatic experiences, all the hurt, all the, emotions in within their mind, and they're just suppressing it. They're just like sitting on it. And they are on the verge to, to just blow it up, to just lash out that how can you do that to me? Why is everything like this happening to me? So that's what Mars in the 12th house does. And when it comes into the transit, in a long transit, and that is debilitated right now, that is the situation I see you Leos being in. So Leos are actually my favorite for some reason. I have a lot of Leos in my surroundings, and Leos are like typical people. They're dramatic. I love drama, to be honest. I love drama, and I love Leos to create drama all the time. Okay, so your ascendant lord is going into the fourth house. That's Sun, that's conjunct Mercury, and that is a very deceptive sign of Scorpio. So I will say that you might deceive during this time. Just a second. Okay, so but this deception of yours, which you are going to give, that is actually going to be there because you have already accumulated a lot of things. You were warning. You were warning the other person, or you were warning people about this time that might come. But now you are choosing deception as a part of your manipulation, as a part of your action, because you're tired of being upfront, being blunt, that this is what it could be, but people did not listen to you. So now you just don't have any other way out. That's why there's a lot of deception from your end. And maybe this is because you're fed up of the situation, you're fed up of whatever is happening, you know. So, this, you have Jupiter in the 10th house, that's invisibly debilitated in that situation, but it is retrograde. So, definitely, it has to do something with the ninth house thing. It shows that they, first of all, regarding your career, You'll be more introvert right now in terms of your career. You will choose something creative to take out as a part of your career. You'll be like sitting in your own space, researching, gaining more knowledge, gaining more, taking out your creative self-expression, creatively expressing yourself, and then taking out that into your career. So right now you are into that learning phase when it's about your career. So you're going to learn something new for your career, which is going to be creative aspect, and then you're going to take that out in your career. That is going to help you a lot with recognition and with something good in terms of your career. So that is going to have a very transformative time. And for this while, you might also take a break. Right. And now, if we talk about relationships, if it's about relationships or it's about other people, they have been judging you a lot. You have been judged since a very long time. And out of that judgment, there has been a lot of frustration that you have accumulated. And now that is your reaction towards it. Now, this is how you are reacting towards it, right? And also, you have Rahu in the eighth house. So definitely, you are right now diving deep into astrology. And also, it is going to bring in sudden changes in your life, sudden disputes, or sudden good events in your life. And I also see there could be something that is going to happen within your home environment, which is going to make you go at war with your family or within yourself, within what you feel or what you have been feeling since a very long time. So it's like a war-like situation within your heart and within your family. And you can also deal, I think this is a time which has started for you to deal with your inheritance, with your money, secret money, or your inherited money, insurance money also. Okay, so these are the things that I see for Leo individuals. So, yeah, that's all. But yes, one thing I would add before leaving the Leo space, that would be that right now you would have a very different urge of feeling over proudy with the situation. You will be in a defensive zone because of whatever XYZ is happening. So, this defensive mechanism that you're going to use, that may portray as a negative one. So, you have to choose your words, you'll have to choose how you communicate. Okay? Now, next will be the sign of Virgo. So for Virgo individuals, Ketu is in the first house, Rahu is in the seventh, Sun, Mercury in the third house. This conjunction is like the queen right now. All the focus is there. Then there is debilitated Mars in the 11th. There is Venus in the fourth house, Saturn in the sixth. Oh, I see a lot of conflict. Lots of conflict. Within the career, you would face a major transformation, a major, you know, if you are in a job like situation, you would want to leave that job. You want to go away that from that job, and that is going to be the part of the transformation that you're going to experience with your career. But if you are into business sector, again, there's a transformation because you somehow will feel very adamant about making efforts. You will feel that I am making efforts, but nothing is coming out of it. Why there are no gains? And there's going to be a lot of build up frustration because of not receiving as much as recognition from that. That's why the only way out for you to deal with this career problem and also with your personal problems, because I do feel there's a immense personal problems that you're facing as well. There's like conflicts XYZ are like coming from everywhere, not just your career, not just from society. There's a lot of conflicts here and there. And the Saturn in the sixth house is actually creating that because it wants you to pay off your karma. By the time, Saturn is going to move in March, and then it is going to be a whole different story. But the conflict conflicts, thankfully, are not going to be there. Right. So right now you're dealing with conflicts within your home. You're dealing with a very adamant mother right now, or a mother figure who is being very dominant and adamant, and you're like hard to handle. And also you're experiencing transformation with your career. So only way of dealing with all of this is to be manipulative, to be deceptive. See, I'll be the first astrologer telling you to be deceptive right now because I feel that you we have a कहावत in Hindi that जब घी सीधी उंगली से नहीं निकलता है तो उंगली टेढ़ी कर लो. That is the situation that most of the people have to do during this month, because there's a lot of deception, there's a lot of water element there. So that is going to affect you emotionally so deep that you would remember this time. That's why, if you think, see, having Ketu in the first house, a person becomes very blunt in their approach, right? Very blunt and very upfront. But your stars are showing that this is actually not the time and space to be blunt. This is actually the time and space to very cleverly get out of your situation and gain out of it. So you, as Virgo ascendant, will only and only gain out of your career, out of your personal commitments, and out of your even relationships, only if you cleverly deal with the situations. This is not the time for your emotions. I know you guys have been going through such a transformative time since a year, more than a year maybe, right? But this time has to end this way. This time has to end with you being very practical and practically understanding what this life is about, what reality is. Right? So definitely spirituality is something that is going to help you, but I know this has been the hardest time for you to connect spiritually. So use your intelligence, use your cleverness, use your tactics, strategies so as to deal out of these situations. And this Jupiter right now is retrograde, so it is affecting your 8th house. It is going to make you deal with secret activities or secret money or your inheritance as well. So when it will go direct, it is going to actually give you the results as your fortune. So right, of course, when Jupiter comes into the 9th house, once fortune gets activated. But the problem is right now it is retrograde. So as to activate your fortune, first you have to deal with some things related to the 8th house, and only then you'll be able to activate your fortune. But this is going to be a hell of a learning experience. You'll remember these years. You'll remember this Ketu and Rahu transformative years for lifelong, and you're going to change for better. Okay, so now next is the sign of Libra. So for Libra individuals, the ascendant lord is going into the third house. There is Sun and Mercury in the second house. There can be a very transformative situation with your finances. Be very careful of where you are investing. First thing, when I see dominance of the sign of Scorpio in the second house, and along with that, I see Saturn in the fifth house. I know this person is not taking good decisions with their finances. I know this person is not at all using their best of the intelligence so as to deal with their finances or multiply their money. So I always suggest them to put themselves back and not take any actions towards that area, because this time is very transformative with your family, with your career, and there is somehow actually your efforts should be towards your career right now. Your efforts should be out there, right? Rather than you just taking your finances, taking your money, and putting it all into one space. Do not do that. Otherwise, you will experience a huge loss. Right now, you also have a lot of enemies that are going to, surface, or they are going to secretively lunge at you or secretively attack you. So you have to be careful with the competition as well, right? And right now, I also see that you might also travel because of your Venus being into the third house, and that is your ascendant lord, right? So there's a possibility of traveling somewhere, and it could be at a shorter distance only. And along with that, let me see, you would require to take some authority within your work. That would not come in an easy way. That would come in a very uncomfortable way, but you'll have to do that. And this particular placement, this particular axis of Sun and then Jupiter in the eighth, Mercury in the second, this can also talk about you making some fixed asset for yourself, right? But whenever you do that, just be very careful with the with everything regarding that, because this is a good opportunity for you to actually make a fixed asset. So rather than diving into shares or speculations, go for investing into maybe gold, um into some fixed assets that you know that you might not sell very soon. Okay, and be very careful of your digestive system. I see a lot of airy element or within your digestive system. So you might experience gastric issues, you might experience indigestion, and that is going to affect your health. And also, I can also see that you would require to act very manipulatively with your communication in your life. You'll have to use your communication to get something. It could be to get something from your family as your to get your family assets or inheritance, or it could be to get something from your career. But it's something related to your communication, something related to your money is getting involved here. Okay. So right now, also with Ketu in the 12th house, your intuition is very high. So do not use your logical brain, rather use your, intuitive brain. Okay. Now, next is the sign of Scorpio. So for Scorpio individuals, Sun and Mercury in the first house, undoubtedly you will feel very powerful, but you may also lose hair during this time, or you may lose weight. There's going to be something which is going to be as a part of major transformation, which is going to happen here. You'll feel that urge of taking revenge on someone. Your relationships, I would say your partner can act quite controlling and very dominant and stubborn in her or his approach. So that is something which is going to take you off your guards as well. And right now, you have actually built a very strong foundation and also very strong boundaries with your emotional space. So it's not that you are feeling very good emotionally. There's a lot of turbulence that is on within your heart. And even this Rahu in the fifth house is adding up to it. It is adding a lot of overthinking to it. So this is a time where I do see you taking a very important decisions of your life. And rather, I would say you are going at war with those decisions. Want to take some decisions which can lead to warlike situations, but they have to get done, right? And since there is debilitated Mars in the ninth house, for this while you might not even think about ethics, although suppose if you have been a very ethical person, but with this transit you might not think about ethics right now, because there is something major that is be to be taken into consideration, which is more important than that. So definitely you'll be dealing with some sort of conflicts as well in your life, and your mind is right now like that I want everything. If it's about money, your mind is like want to lose my money, I don't want to lose something related to money. When it's about relationship, your mind will be overthinking about I don't want to lose my partner. So there's an obsession towards love, there's an obsession towards knowledge, gaining knowledge, there's obsession towards children, there's obsession towards everything in your life. And that's why you will take certain stands, you will take certain actions. And also, this means that you might also purchase a property or renovate a property during this time. You'll feel connected with your social circle because you'll be too involved in the house related stuff right now, and also money making stuff right now. Okay, there's a Rashi Parivartan Yoga in the second and seventh house. Rashi Parivartan Yoga in the second and seventh, or seventh lord going into the second, second coming into the seventh. That's not the best for relationships. So there can be certain situations, certain dominance, or certain asking of questions about finances within the relationships that can be there. Okay, and they can also be, since it is Venus and Jupiter. Jupiter is the guru of the Devatas, and Venus is the guru of Asuras. So they are very anti to each other. That's why there's always a tug of war that I am right, I am right. That particular war you can experience. Okay, so next will be the sign of Sagittarius. Just a second. So for Sagittarius people, Venus is in the ascendant, but remember it is in the sign of Sagittarius. It is its anti-sign to be in. So right now you can feel very conflicted with your own devotion towards everything in your life. There is Sun and Mercury in the 12th house, Mars debilitated in the eighth house, Jupiter in the sixth, your being your ascendant lord, Saturn in the third, Rahu in the fourth. Lot of things are going on within your home, your heart. This is a time for you to deal with your inheritance or something related to property, right? And there has been a lot of burden. There has been a lot of isolation. One day it's good, another day it's bad, then good, then bad, then good, then good, good, bad, bad, like this. So I do see that this is your time to deal with a lot of conflicts, and your purpose is to be at service because your ascendant lord goes into the sixth house. Definitely, your purpose is to be into service. Service as in serving the situations, not having your head too high that you are just not looking into the situation in a very impartial manner. This Sun and Mercury in the 12th house is going to make you research a lot. But you know what? You will have conflicts during this time because of your overblown ego and self-esteem. You will feel very revengeful, very deceptive during this time. You'll be like, all those have revenged me. I'm going to take care of them right now. So I do feel that your actions will matter a lot in your personal life, and even in professional life you may feel very disappointing even though it's all good, but still there is a sense of disappointment going around. There's a major transformation that you're going to experience within your career. Your money is going to be there, but only if you work hard. The day you're working hard, the day money is there. But if you stop working hard, the money is not going to come towards you. There's some sort of, you know, impatience within your heart space. Your heart space is not at peace right now. There's a lot of things, you know, which are going in within your heart space. You're feeling very emotional lately, very self-sensitive lately. And this also will trouble your mother's health. So your mother need to take care of her health, and even I suppose your father also needs to take care of his own health, right? But I do feel that everything and anything that is happening in your life needs you to have strategies to get out of it. You will also experience secret encounters as love matters, right? So because that is also because your fifth lord is going into the eighth house and you have Venus in the ascendant, right? And you also have Sun and Mercury in the 12th. So secretive encounters could be also there. Apart from this, let me see. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Now, next will be the sign of Capricorn. So for Capricorn individuals, your ascendant lord is going into the second house. So whenever I see ascendant lord going into the second house, of course, a person wants to have stability. They want to work towards something which is, which is for their future plans, retirement plans. And these people, and since this is Saturn in Aquarius, you are right now being very futuristic towards your finances, towards your family and your family's wealth. Right now, this is not the best time for relationships, because somehow you would see that relationships, either you are the one who's controlling, who's having excessive control towards your relationship, or your partner is being excessive controlling towards the relationship. There's a lot of possessiveness I see. There's a lot of, deceptive, emotionally manipulation that I see within this particular chart. And I also feel because of that situation, you will either feel loss of love, or you will actually have loss of love. So Jupiter is right now in your fifth house. That means it will, and it is retrograde. It wants you to think about how you have been connecting emotionally within your love relationships. So you will experience a major transformation when it's about your romantic life and your social life. And that is what needs the concern right now. This retrograde Jupiter is actually asking you to retrospect how you have interacted, how you have been in love situations. And if suppose you are into you are studying right now, this talks about you analyzing that where were you wrong, where you didn't, study well, where you did not concentrate well for your exams or something like that. So if you are like going through some competitive exam, you're preparing for competitive exam, there's a lot of retrospection that you would require to do on your part, right? Because there is something that, there is a situation that you're feeling very dissatisfactory with your gains. But you know what? Because of the Sun and Mercury in the 11th house, this makes Bodhaditya Yoga there. It is going to lead to success, but only if you learn the lessons Jupiter is here to give it to you. Right. So financially, I do feel that this is a time you need to save more and more, and you will be able to receive enough to save adequately. And also, because of Venus in the 12th house, for this month, you'll be doing a lot of expenditure, maybe on travel or maybe on luxury products and things like that. And you are going to dive much deeper into marketing. So, marketing is going to be something you're going to absolutely love for a certain, a 1 or 2 years, and you're going to practice yourself with that. Okay, just one thing I would say to conclude this up would be just be a little bit careful with your finances. There's some transformation you can expect, and there's some transformation related to your relationships as well that would play out there. Right? Now, next is the sign of Aquarius. For Aquarius individuals, you will be having major transformative events. Already, you are getting out of your cocoon, out of your introvert behavior, and getting to know yourself, getting to understand your self-esteem. And on top of it, now you have eighth aspect of Mars. It is again going to transform your personality, transform your appearance, and transform yourself. Only for these people, I feel that still they can have gains through a love encounter, but the situation, it's like it's a mix of the situation. There could be gains through a love situation or through a partnership, but the outcome of that partnership will not be much well. I see your partners to be very adamant right now, to be very authoritative right now, and to be in a position where they are not willing to listen anything to you from you. They're being, see, seventh lord going into the 10th house, and that is Sun and Mercury. And I also see you. Basically, your transformation is going to happen because you will choose not to put into the situation, because right now you are like, I am so done. I've tired of explaining myself. Now I wouldn't want to do that. And this also shows you might also have to deal with your inheritance. That's because we have Rahu in the second, Ketu in the eighth lord in the 10th house, in the sign of Scorpio, along with Sun. So definitely you'll have to deal with something related to your finances or your family's wealth. There's a major transformation that is about to happen there. I also see there are some issues with your digestive system and your health. So because of your emotional health, your physical health is going to get affected, right? Your focus definitely is going to be to get gains out of your social circle, right? But right now, your home situation is quite stubborn, quite fixated, which is not changing, and you are tired of, putting up there. But you know what? For the coming time, for maybe the next month or maybe the coming, year, you have to take some actions towards it. Right now, it's not the best time. It's actually your time to sit back and observe before you act. But one time will come there when you have to act regarding your home situation. And if not home situation, it's actually your heart situation, and it's your heart space, how you deal with people, how you feel, how you have your emotions intact. Okay, this could also lead to some sort of changes within your home environment or within your home structure. Like you may get renovations, or you may get done with you may buy a property and get it renovated, or you are going to get renovated. You just renovate your property where you are living. So that is also something that I see can happen. But of course, there is some competitiveness that you have secretively. You're not expressing much about that competitiveness that you have within yourself. Or we say that, what do we say, kundak. You have some kundak within you, that you want to get some things done. You want to prove yourself to others by the way of that negative motivation. And definitely, I just heard something, and definitely you'll be able to do it. Okay, I think this is more of a Saturn and Satabhashak vibe. Whenever I see Saturn and Satabhashak, I always know that there's something up in the air, something there is hidden. Are hidden forces around us. So I think that's why I heard the voice. That's like an omen. Okay, so next and the last one is the sign of Pisces. Very transformative time for Pisces individuals. They are going to experience way pressure, so much pressure, and way transformation in their life, right? Your ascendant lord is going into the third house. You are going to be much towards making efforts, learning a lot of things. You're going to educate yourself. You're going to learn marketing. You're going to learn higher knowledge regarding your work. You are also going to transform your career. So it could be that maybe if you are in a job, you might choose to leave that job, or you might go on a better designation or a better job, right? So I see some sort of, going up somewhere, trying to either get a promotion or to just shift to a different job, which is better than this one. And right now you're feeling very conflicted emotionally. There's a lot of obsession that you have in your mind, a lot of answers that you're looking for. Saturn in the 12th house is creating a lot of pressure related to finances, expenses, and Rahu in the ascendant also has been lot about expenses. Also, I see that your wealth can go towards your children, or you may have to spend a subtle amount of money towards your children. That could be because of education, that could be because of their health. So there's that sort. Right now, you don't feel very comfortable with relationships. Your partner will act a little distant and very rigid and stubborn with their approach. They will act very authoritative as well, because of which you will want to go towards yourself. And then you will have the urge to get connected with your spouse, and then because of their because of your encounter with the spouse, they'll be so brutally honest, so brutally blunt that you will again want to go to yourself. So there's a lot of back and forth scenario that I see happening here. But definitely, I would ask you guys to be very careful of your at your workspace, there could be a female who is at an authoritative figure. Just be a little careful with that person, because I think that person can act very rigid and non-understanding for you, and that can actually lead to this particular transformation that I see happening in the career. So be very careful with that particular scenario so that that just does not affect you emotionally at a certain level. When it's about love, I do feel that you do have that feeling of love within you. You do want unionship secretly, in your heart, but still, in every encounter of yours or every love encounter of yours is going to make you go towards your self growth and going to make you go towards, like, leave it. I'm going to concentrate on myself. I'm going to choose myself now. So, this is something you are going to experience. If you're suppose married, you're going to start choosing yourself. If you're not married, you are in a relationship, you may also have a breakup. If you suppose do not have a relationship, do not have anyone, then you would just want to grow yourself. You would want to interact with so many people, but still at the end, you are going to choose yourself. Okay, so that's what these transits are all about. So I hope this turns out to be helpful for you people. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you guys would like to have your personal readings, you can check out the link below, www.anmolastrology.com. Under the reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Under unique reading section, you can book a unique reading for yourself. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.